Akademiks has built his platform off a lot of hip-hop dramas from War of Chirac to his live streams. Some of these events go south really fast. So from the Vic Mensa clash to the infamous Freddie Gibbs bullying, let's check out 12 times Akademiks' interviews turned into big fights. Vic Mensa. Chicago rapper Vic Mensa arrived at the Everyday Struggle show with a beef against Akademiks. Apparently, the drill details that made money for Akademiks had been eating at Vic for years, especially since the interviewer was profiting off street murders that happened in his hood. While the interview started out cool, it got real heated fast.
We were a little bit repulsed by the fact that so many people outside the culture of Chicago, they hyped up the music not knowing that real lives were being affected. How do you feel about that?
I wanted to slap you in your face.
Mensa wasn't feeling Akademiks, and if not for the cool interview environment, he really would have gone for his face. He wasn't kidding about how Akademiks had built his whole career sensationalizing Chicago violence while sitting comfortable in his streaming chair. Vic even broke down exactly why people from Chicago's drill scene had problems with Akademiks' stories.
Then you had drill as a scene that was like everybody was biting their flows all over. And right now I'm just, peeping to see if there's something new coming out of Chicago, that's all.
We all know Akademiks does make a living off the whole drill scene, whether it's gang clashes, rappers' cases, or even diss tracks. At some point, some rappers actually dissed Akademiks. And besides Vic, even the likes of G Herbo had called him out for his nonsensical broadcasts. When Akademiks tried defending his coverage as constructive, Vic really lost it.
When I saw drill was so hyped up by everyone, I had to give a different perspective of what that was for people to realize that's not cool. And whether you agreed with it, right? And again, you're very close, you're involved in it. Chief Keef didn't like me, Dirk didn't like me. I mean, I think they grew to understand that the content was not just negative, right?
No, it was clowny, it was just negative, man.
No.
Come on, boy.
You don't think it was nothing constructive about it?
There was nothing constructive about it, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I really think you're a bitch. Because
in what sense?
Because there's a video that you put up about a person named Trey 57 making all these jokes. Oh, here's another Chirac savage. Like, this guy's stupid. He messed with the Grim Reaper. Like, nigga, this is not a video game. That's a nigga I grew up with. I've known since I was 5 years old. And to see you come on the internet and like with this corny ass little voice and make jokes about it, like, I was waiting to see you. And it's a couple people waiting to see you. I heard you say you didn't want to come to Chicago when I sat down, because you clearly don't, because you really couldn't even stand outside.
Besides the calling, he went on to refer to that video where Akademiks joked about Trey 57 getting killed. This was over 10 years ago, and I think on his War in Chirac channel. Just so you know, Vic later took his threats to Instagram, posting that it was on site for Akademiks if they ever crossed paths again. Now you see why Akademiks never visits Chicago. The Migos versus Joe Budden. If there was one Akademiks interview that got really heated, it's definitely the BET Awards red carpet with Joe Budden and the Migos. Akademiks was doing his usual interviewing when he chipped in the question about Takeoff being dumped from Bad and Bouger, somehow on behalf of Budden. To be fair, the Migos really tried to tame their reactions, cause the B and B wasn't anyone's business, not even Akademiks or Budden's.
I feel like there's like a running joke with you being left off Bad and Bougie.
I ain't left off Bad and Bougie. You think I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
Now, Budden tried closing off the whole thing, but Akademiks kept interrupting. Just when he tried playing the peacekeeper card, though, Budden dropped the mic and walked off. That was when the real bash started. All three Migos members stood up simultaneously, asking what Budden mic drop meant. You could actually see the trio roll up their sleeves, and at some point, security was the only resolve.
Wait. No, wait.
Where's their security guard? Where's their security guard?
Chill.
Though Budden tried playing it cool, everyone saw how he folded when the Migos got all red. It's kind of funny that even though it was Akademiks who started it all, it was Budden's mic drop that really got them pissed. Just so you know, there was actually that one time when both Budden and Akademiks clashed with each other. Joe Budden versus Akademiks. When Budden finally had enough of Akademiks' dumb street comments, their on-air clash became one of the most heated moments in podcast history. Now, the whole drama started when they were discussing X, T-E-N, T-D-C, A-C-I-O-N, and street politics in general. Budden went on to mention that Akademiks' live streams were mostly him snitching by reporting every detail of street beef, adding that he didn't even know any of the rules about the Chicago drill game.
In the same way when something happens, whatever, And
stop reporting on street shit. The street shit will escalate to a point where you're not gonna report on it. And you can't report on it.
Budden wasn't being friendly this time. He went on to tell Akademiks that while real talkers like him have OGs that could handle situations properly on his behalf, Akademiks was just running his mouth without understanding the consequences.
listen, everything I tell him pertaining to that situation.
I'm telling you something. Stay your little ass away from his little ass. You know why? Because when it get real, my OGs is gonna have to come into play, and I'm gonna have to tell niggas, hey, Ak ain't, you know what I mean? Keep away from his little ass. They gonna hurt him.
At some point, you've got to be tired of Akademiks forming a big guy behind the camera. Can't say so much, but if Budden's words are true, Akademiks really have to be cautious about his streams, especially when talking about hardcore gangs like OTF, Bloodhounds, or even Deadly No Limit Gang. While the interview was more or less on the now deceased XXXTentacion, saying anything against him could actually raise some deadly eyebrows at Akademiks. Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy and Akademiks have had several issues both on and off the camera. On the Breakfast Club show, though, their clash went from Soulja Boy's alleged $400 million deal to DJ Akademiks' origin story.
I'm not joking and not none of that shit.
Go ahead,
I'm
nigga.
very passionate and very for real about everything I'm saying to y'all. I'm not doing
the way
no
you
joking
say
with y'all.
it, the
I'm not
way you
doing
say-
no playing with y'all.
From the jump, Soulja Boy made it clear he felt disrespected by how Akademiks always covered him. This time, though, he wasn't leaving the show without setting the record straight on who really put Akademiks on the set.
When I was beefing with Chris Brown and Migos, this nigga made 20, 30 videos on me in 1 day, 2 days.
Now I ain't gonna lie,
I'm the first biggest rapper to shout this nigga out, bro. Before me, nobody respected Akademiks in the rap game. I know all the rappers.
man.
None of these
Father right
niggas.
here.
I'm the first nigga.
Hold on.
I'm the first nigga to say DJ Akademiks out my mouth on a public platform on Instagram when he was trying to troll me
Alright, hold on.
about my condo and my Airbnb.
The drama got crazier when Akademiks questioned Soulja on his claims of putting artists like Tyga on the drill scene. Soulja Boy, pissed at this, had quite a lot to say.
I feel like
You know what's funny though?
You
You know what's funny though? Them 2 niggas you just named, I put them on. I discovered Chief Keef. Exactly. Because
No,
Dex
no.
is a fucking
No.
crackhead.
Hold on,
Nigga,
That's
he
what I'm
on
saying.
drugs.
That's why I wanted to know where the fuck that
Dex
where
is
they
on
go wrong
fucking,
between
he
both of
high.
y'all.
Dex
said
just,
you on drugs.
Dex just fell
You say you on coke.
Dex just, bro.
Then Akademiks drove the interview into the old case of Drake stealing flows, and Soulja completely snapped for doubting him.
You a hater.
That's not
You
hater.
a
I'm
fucking
trying
hater.
to
You
fact
try to
check
pull
some
up
shit.
the bullshit behind it. Nah, nigga, everybody know Drake stole my flow, bro, and that's the end of it.
He took a line from you and you took the same line from another nigga.
For someone with such an online presence, you could see Akademiks get uncomfortable as Soulja kept pressing him about everything from his YouTube history to who really brought who into the hip-hop scene. Like Vic Mensa, Soulja Boy later took to Instagram Live to rant, again with the bit calling.
Hey, DJ Akademiks, you a bitch! I'll slap the shit out your fat ass.
Quando Rondo also got into a heated clash with Akademiks, and this time, it was on some rather funny claims. It started calm as usual until Akademiks tried a reverse psychology wordplay on Quando, asking him about his little man syndrome. We know Quando has had issues with being relatively small, even for a rapper of his level, but bringing it up live is just disrespectful questioning by Akademiks.
Not for him, but I had little man syndrome. Like, I knew I always was loved, so I had to be like, I sort of kind of like
by the way, this is why I like having this conversation with you, because even you saying that, and I think people ego, they would never say that.
Huh?
Like you admitting that there was a time that you had little man syndrome. Like people are always, not saying in the nod, but like.
My little man syndrome came from being locked up.
While Quando was just trying to give real context about his mentality, Akademiks kept pushing buttons hoping he could clown him for a bit. The snap came when Akademiks asked a question he tagged as a devil's advocate. As soon as the words left his mouth, Quando wasn't ready for any detail.
I'm asking this as a devil's advocate. So I'm asking this in a devil's advocate way.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I promise you, for you even just saying the devil name, I wanna just take these microphones off and walk out that door.
No, hold on.
Boy,
No, hold on.
I can't let you slide with that.
No.
This some devilish shit?
No, it's not devil. No.
What you put the devil name in it, buddy?
No.
I'm serious.
All right, hold on. I'm asking
You gotta take that back.
I'll take it back.
Boy,
No, I'm
cancel that.
Yo,
Boy, take that back to hell.
I'm asking this from a different perspective, right?
Yeah, boy.
So this is
Don't
not.
use the devil's boy. I
Yeah,
don't know,
this is not my perspective.
Academics learned that day that some topics are completely off limits, especially when dealing with artists who take their faith seriously. At some point during this particular interview, Quando had him questioning his own life and beliefs, making him understand that his risky talks could get him in big trouble someday. Fans even pointed out that though Quando might seem like every other cold-hearted rapper, he still had his beliefs straight and his morals were way better than Academics, who was just after content for his interviews and streams. Young Jeezy. Here's another interview bash where Academics and Joe Budden were involved. Young Jeezy got to the Everyday Struggle show and ended up serving both Academics and Joe Budden a brilliant lecture on street game and media responsibility, basically teaching them on the do's and don'ts of their content type. When the conversation moved to trap music and how it has influenced some people, Jeezy called out the link between media comments made by Academics and how it barely scratched the surface with explaining the streets.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to y'all, up here critiquing shit, and it's just like, it's crazy because it's like you're critiquing some shit where these kids out here trying to figure their lives out, and these are the same motherfuckers that'll be robbing your ass if they ain't have no outlet. These same people that'll be tearing up the communities and doing the real gangster shit out here if they didn't have that music outlet. When I came in the game, that's what I came in the game to do, to show people that, hey, look, man, like, I'm from the hood, I'm from the streets, but I'm gonna make it out of here, so can you.
Academics tried to defend himself as usual, but Jeezy quickly cut him off, pointing out that he had never been in the situations he discussed on his streams and knew nothing about the Chicago street clashes he made money off. To seal the deal, he added that Academics and Budden had no reason to critique the streets or make fun of gang wars. Now, Jeezy went on to explain that if they kept up with their lousy broadcasts, someone would come after them or their family, and it would get very messy, to say the least. Just so you know, he was speaking from his own experience after losing a large bunch of people close to him. Later, Academics admitted on DJ Vlad interview that this interview with Jeezy was his worst ever, saying Jeezy completely shut him down and made him feel unqualified to ask some questions. Somehow I feel good about this, cause Academics really needs to know his place sometimes. Wallow 267 and Gilly the Kid. $1 million worth of game became a classroom when Wallow 267 and Gilly the Kid decided to school DJ Academics about the dumb games he played with gang politics. It all started with Gilly calling out Academics for always causing drama while claiming to be a civilian, a contradiction not allowed on the drill scene.
You say you're a civilian, right? But yet, you telling niggas to pull up, right? You inviting niggas to drama. And you saying, when you get there, I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm just gonna defend myself. But what if niggas actually pull up? And then niggas actually pull out? Because I'm from the streets and I know the first nigga on the draw lay the law. Ain't no defending yourself when that motherfucker cooker come out. It's whoever get to that motherfucker first.
While Academics tried defending himself by saying he played home games, Gilly went on to point out just how wild these so-called home games could be.
So then now you done invited a nigga to a whole situation that, is it really worth it?
I play home games.
Is it really worth it?
Shit, some slick shit. I play home games.
I play home games. Bro, hold on. Let me finish, bro. Because that shit sound hip and cool. Because I know niggas that break into niggas' cribs and play home games too. Yep. Matter of fact, I know a kid right now that's locked up because he murdered 4 motherfuckers in their home. So hold on, so nobody ain't untouchable, bro.
I bet Academics realized his street madness was way below average. You don't just sit on your streaming chair believing you can beat up anyone who pops up. 6ix9ine with Hassan Campbell.
If I was in his case, if I was in his case, I said yes or no. He said, listen, if it was for me,
let me talk.
I already know you like, damn, if I say no, they gonna hear it in my voice. It's not true.
Let me talk.
Let him get it off.
Y'all want the controversy. Let me give you the controversy.
Go ahead. You could almost feel the tension when 6ix9ine sat down with Academics, Whack 100, and Hassan Campbell. Hassan made the mistake of trying to lecture Tekashi about street games, not knowing he was about to get really knocked on by someone who'd been through the fire for ages. If I was in your position and Nowns was looking hard for everybody that you didn't say, let me know that you would have did the same, Hassan pointed out, trying to shame 6ix9ine for snitching to the feds. Don't forget that this was the same reason why 6ix9ine was beaten up in a Florida gym back in 2023. 6ix9ine snapped back with some really chill words saying King Von lacking, Nipsey lacking, Pop Smoke lacking, so N.E.N. Demons can lack. He broke down the street talk, explaining that all the tough words in the world don't stop bullets when death calls up. Hassan got got quiet real quick when 6ix9ine started talking about how many solid guys actually cooperate when there's a gang clash. Basically, he humbled Hassan by mocking his street name. Star and Nadeska versus Akademiks.
It clouds your judgment. I've never in my life hung out in the studio with a rapper. So if we're gonna talk about being objective, not allowing yourself to be committed or biased, as I just said, it clouds your judgment. But you're not a rapper anyway, yes?
Hold on. Things got heated on Everyday Struggle when both Star and Nadeska decided to press Akademiks about his double standards and obsession with very particular artists. Star came at Akademiks about his coverage of Drake. You were literally on Drake's Decries. I think you did like 7 or 8 segments about Drake. He wasn't letting Akademiks slide with the fanboy behavior while claiming to be some objective media. Heck, making 7 to 8 clips on one artist alone does bring up some questions. Why are you on his dick, though? Star kept going on when Akademiks tried to deflect. You care, we're sitting here talking about it. Who cares if he is or not? You care. The questioning was relentless, pointing out how Akademiks would obsess over certain artists while ignoring others. Nadeska stepped in with her own words, pointing out that while Akademiks made cover music, he often focused more on personal lives, which she argued had little to do with the art itself. When Akademiks tried to defend himself by asking if anyone had watched his last 20 videos, the whole drama took a peak. Frustrated at being challenged by people he called his colleagues, Akademiks clapped back and told them to be quiet if they hadn't seen his work. That's one way to shut them off. Black Youngsta.
Hey man, I'm keep this shit G, bro. Dog, you a bitch, you a soft ass nigga, you nice ass nigga. If you got a problem, nigga, say you got a problem. Shake ass, bitch ass nigga. You ain't no motherfucking king of Memphis, you ain't king of South Memphis, you ain't from the city, bitch.
Black Youngsta's rumored interview with Akademiks at Complex took a really crazy twist when Akademiks decided to bring up the Memphis rapper's legal case with Young Dolph. As always, Akademiks pushed the boundaries a little too far. Do you gotta move a little differently now? You had a situation before legally, Akademiks asked, knowing very well that Youngsta couldn't discuss ongoing legal cases. The rapper quickly shut down the conversation, explaining that he was dealing with ongoing legal cases and couldn't speak on the matter. Despite this, DJ Akademiks continued pushing the case about Young Dolph, asking about their relationship even after Youngsta made it clear he didn't want to discuss legal issues. After the cameras stopped rolling, Youngsta went backstage to Akademiks, warning him about crossing lines. The conversation wasn't filmed, but some sources said Youngsta had made it clear that this type of questioning could have Akademiks in big trouble, even legally. Akademiks never learns, and for real, his nosiness could come to bite him soon. Saucy Santana versus Akademiks.
You see what type of nigga we dealing with right now? Pull up to your headquarters. Niggas is in the streets.
The wildest beef Akademiks ever caught was with Saucy Santana, and believe me when I saw, unlike most of the clashes we've talked about, this one had nothing to do with rap content. Nah, the whole thing started when Akademiks went at Young Miami from City Girls, calling her whole career completely over and questioning her abilities during a casual DJ Vlad interview. Santana, being Miami's close friend and former makeup artist, wasn't gonna sit down and get washed up by Akademiks, so he has his own fun with words. Akademiks, you keep talking about what the fuck Karesha said to you, but how she feel about you is how she feel about you, Santana fired back, making it clear he was always tied to his pal. Things got nasty when Akademiks tried to flex his Jamaican heritage, calling Santana a baddie man, a huge disrespect for Caribbean culture. No baddie man like motherfucking Saucy Santana can talk to me, Akademiks said, thinking he was really that guy. At that point, Saucy completely violated him with his video, threatening to beat up Akademiks.
See, I'm starting to think that maybe this is your aesthetic. You do the fake internet shit, and then you sit in a room full of motherfucking cameras and try to make a bitch crash out. You know, that's like, we from the hood. Oh yeah, that's like we tell the bitch, come in my house, cause I can do whatever I want to. You don't have to, me and you can meet, we want to meet you outside. I want to meet you outside. I don't want to pull up to no motherfucking headquarters, bitch.
Funny how Akademiks ended up crying on his live stream, admitting he was scared to respond properly because he might get canceled for going at a gay man. The same energy when it came to dissing female rappers completely disappeared when faced with someone who matched his aggression, even as a male/female.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I tried to lighten it
Put it
up.
like,
but,
yo, chat, just put it like this. Bro, with everything we've talked about, bro, I've never cared about, I don't care what rapper got at me, bro. Ever.
Even Lil Yachty had told Akademiks that Santana would beat him in a real fight. Freddie Gibbs situation.
Americans, fuck academics. Fuck academics, we the hip hop African Americans. Hip hop African America. Hip hop African America. This for hip hop African America.
While Freddie Gibbs didn't exactly bash Akademiks in person, their social media clash has become so intense it affected how Akademiks moved in real life. It all started during Gibbs's infamous trolling against Akademiks, including everything from memes to selling merchandise that moved the content creator. Gotta say, those were really terrible times for Akademiks. It was his so-called hip-hop African-American era. Gibbs had been roasting Akademiks online for months, calling him out for some of his most pointless stories, and even for his personal life. Worse, while Akademiks was going through a legal case on sexually harassing a 15-year-old, Gibbs made the most tweets on the case. In one deleted post, he said, "P. must not be selling in the pandemic." Now you might think the beef was between these two alone, but heck, it went viral. Apparently, people connected to both sides started making threats to the other part. Akademiks and his team had to handle some real security issues because of internet beef that had gotten way out of hand. And boy, there was Gibbs's freestyle diss track titled "Fuck Akademiks."
Americans. Fuck academics. Fuck academics. We the hip hop African Americans. Hip hop African America. Hip hop African America. This for hip hop African America.
This beef was actually a bit different from other Akademiks beef we've discussed, because rather than getting angry, Gibbs made Akademiks look real dumb online, proving that sometimes a couple of tweets is all you need to win an argument against an annoying content creator like Akademiks. Funny how Gibbs actually made some money from selling his anti-Akademiks merch for $40 per t-shirt. Reminds me of his tweet about Akademiks being built like a Teletubby. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button and check out our other videos. We'll see y'all later.